Thanks for dropping by today here at Creative Gus channel. After the video I shot for Halloween 2015, which was a spooky laboratory in my garage, the backdrop of it was a brick wall, a stone brick wall that would lend itself to be from a haunted castle or a fortress of such. And I had a lot of people ask me if I would show how I made those bricks. So we're going to look at that today. What you have in front of you is a commonly made cardboard brick wall for your kids' play, for a church function. Spray paint some lines, fill in the blanks, and this is what you come with a brick wall. We want to change that up today and have something that's a little bit more three-dimensional, a little bit more realistic. Hang on and let's see what we can do. So here we get started. Here's the backdrop that we're talking about. Here's the brick wall that we want to accomplish, the rock wall. This is about 7 feet wide, 5 feet tall, contains about 60 bricks, 60 blocks, which are made out of cardboard boxes. We'll get into that in just a moment, but there's the big picture. Alright, as we get started here, let's go over our materials, what you need. I work with Mod Podge. Glue works as well, white glue. You've got to have various colors of paints, all different paints. These are just the acrylic craft paint, and then perhaps a couple cans of spray paint after. Depends on how we need to touch them up. And then dryer sheets. These are just used dryer sheets. Instead of throwing them away, clogging up the landfill, save them, put them in a box, set them aside, and we have used dryer sheets. The box is one that you'll have to work on. I made friends with a local grocery store. Got these boxes. They're 17.5 by 9.5 by 5.5. And that's what these boxes are right here. You can see this one here is painted up. I thought that just brick after brick, block after block would be semi-boring, and so I painted them in a slate color to show that we've got some different variations here, and it kind of blended in with everything that we have. So these are our materials. You're going to need about 200, 300 of these for a wall this size, because it will take 3 of them for each box. It's going to take about 3 dryer sheets for each box. So depending on how big of an area you need, multiply that by 3. So let's get started with this one. Alright, I might have forgot to mention, and I know I did, you also need a glue gun. That's the best way to attach the dryer sheets. It's the quickest. So let's get started here with this. We're going to just put a dot on here, about 3 dots. Stick that on there. Another couple of 3 dots. Stick that one on there. They're going to overlap just a little bit. You can see the overlap there. And it does not matter how much, because you're going to create this rustic cut stone look. So there we go. Got those in place on that side. Flip it over. Now the other thing I wanted to mention is you do not have to paint these, because you're just going to be painting over them anyway. So this is just one that I took out of the wall so I could use to demonstrate this. Also, you can see here that these are not tight. Don't want them tight because I want them to have some character to them. So they're just going to be a little bit loose in spots, tight in other spots. And there we go. These are all in place. Now we're ready for the next step. It's going to be painting, and that's going to be your preference of what you decide, where your stone comes from. Is this a medieval castle? Is this a downtown broken down home, factory? If you're going to do a castle look like these here, then you're going to pick out your darker colors, your black colors, your little bit more spooky and mysterious colors. So that's what you need to decide in having a dark and a light and maybe even a rust or a red color. So let's work on those now. Go from there. Alright, we got our dryer sheets on. Let's do some painting. I like to use a paper plate, that way I can just smear the paint around. A little black, a little gray. And the Mod Podge, that is the glue that holds it together, and it also thins down the paint so I can so the black is not so black and the gray is not so gray. It dilutes it down. So let's see what we can do here. So a little bit of black, a little bit of this. It also glues down the dryer sheets so they're not so erratic. Gonna put some black dots around and then work those in. It depends just on how much you want to do. You can see here that I've got some larger black spots, and we're going to try and match that. So I'm not going to do any more black. Just going to Mod Podge, glue it in a little bit of gray. So here we go. Not all of it has to be covered either. There's plenty of these spots here that are not covered. Well, gang, thanks for following this long. I took it outside the studio, gave it a little shot of black paint, and it darkened it up a little bit, maybe a little bit too dark, but this is what it is. I took it and put it in that spot right there. That is now in the wall, and you can see as we pull out that it really doesn't make that much of a difference because it just gives it a little bit more character. If you had a couple of those in there, it wouldn't even matter. You'd just see different colors, different character, different parts of this stone wall. So I hope this helped you out. I hope you understand what went on. If not, leave me a comment and I'll be able to try and help you out if possible. But that's how to make a stone wall, brick wall, using dryer sheets and cardboard boxes. The back room, the back wall of the garage. We've got these experiments going on here. Something blue and